Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac, Repentance, where today I'd like to do one of several things as Jacob and Esau. I haven't fully decided yet, kind of depends on how things are going to go, but preferably I'd like to kill Delirium, Mother being probably the third choice. I think I would rather do the Beast rather than Mother today, I'd say. So let's see what kind of things we can do right now. And hopefully we can manage to make some progress with these characters. It's kind of an awkward one just because if we can't seemingly reach Mother, then... or can't seemingly reach Delirium specifically, then going for the Beast is kind of at an awkward position just because it's not quite in the womb yet and everything, and I would like to do Hush and then Delirium immediately afterwards if we're going in that direction, just to get that certainty, but we'll see what we can get, I suppose. We have one bomb, so I can at least go for that golden chest if I so desire, and maybe, if this enemy ever will die, we might find a secret room as well, depending on how nice the game is feeling today. With these two bombs after all. Unfortunately, it was in neither position, so this might end up not being worthwhile, and indeed, well, it was a waste of a key, but at least we got some coins back, I suppose, and we got our key back as well, so it ultimately doesn't matter too much. Part of me kind of just wants to go for Mother instead, just because it does simplify things at least a little bit. And plus we also get those 2 items per item room that we can make use of, which could be useful. So maybe that'll just be the direction that we're gonna go in, just in case. Also because I don't want to play as Tainted Jacob anytime soon, so that would be a nice thing to do. I'm just putting all my damage on one character right now, and I'm hoping that's gonna work out. Quickly just gonna grab that coin. Can't do that. Just gonna see if there's a soul heart here, and there is. I'm not really surprised with the secret room not being where I looked for it, I suppose, looking at the map now, but would have been nice if it was, and I think we're just gonna go give this a shot instead. Might not work out, but I'm hoping that at least there's some money in here. There is not, but there's some keys. And the Apple of Sodom, which I don't think that's a trinket I particularly want to bother with right now, so... Didn't really work out the way I'd hoped. I kinda hoped to buy at least one soul heart for the other character. I could have done that in a guaranteed way by just getting those 2 coins instead. But perhaps there's coins over here. There is not. Let's just go. Hopefully this will work out. The dross or the downpour never being the most fun of places, but hopefully we can find some good stuff here. Tempted by the curse room actually, just because we can... go in there for a relatively low cost, and if there was a soul heart in there, that would have been a nice little bit of protection. Instead, I decided to get hit by the first enemy that came my way. Didn't really lose as much Devil Deal chance as I expected, but that's because of that pentagram that we picked up, so that's at least something. I am taking a decent amount of damage right now, though, and this is not a great room either. That is entirely filled to the brim with enemies that shoot tears, and that is just not wonderful. Unfortunately, so many of them exploded into enemy types that end up shooting tears from a distance like that, so that's unfortunate, but my health is now rather low with Jacob there, so we'll need to be at least a little bit more careful. My secret room is probably over here, which would be a nice thing to get. It would also be nice if we could destroy that beggar, but both of those things are seemingly unlikely if we're not going to get any bombs, of course, and there is also a tinted rock right there, which might be a little bit more tempting to go for with a bomb at the end of the day, just because it does have a tendency to at least give a little bit more soul hearts and the like. But I don't know. Either direction I think wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Let's see how many bombs we get on this floor, and then we can make our decisions after that. Golden key means we can just go anywhere, I suppose, so that's at least something. The poisonous effect of Serpent's Kiss is at least occasionally doing some extra damage here and there, so that's kind of nice. The pentagram obviously not being a terrible item either. And let's see what's over here. We have glass cannon, which I would rather just not have because I think it's just going to be dangerous. So let's just guess, and it is a good guess indeed. So that's at least something nice. Definitely want to check out that secret room, but this is actually kind of a start. So that's kind of nice. Let's just do this then. Bomb that. Was kind of hoping for a super secret room there, but at least we got our devil deal chances pretty high up again. Let's just press the button. Ooh, it was a good button. It was a very good button. Very nice. Okay. Let's check out our shop. Red card. I'm just gonna risk it, and it argued it was worth the risk. Maybe shouldn't have used that immediately, but that's fine. Little confused about the location of things I'm realizing right now, but fair enough. At least we now know that our secret room's definitely not over there. Just gonna move these things around a little bit. Probably want to make that one as tanky as possible, but ultimately it doesn't matter too much, I suppose. Kind of. If I cannot fully guarantee where I'm gonna take the damage. That was a little bit too close for comfort, but it ended up working out. Overall, not a terrible floor. It's a little slow, which when we're going for delirium is obviously not ideal, but in terms of going for not delirium, that could end up being pretty good. Just having tech 0.5 is just a really nice thing to have. So let's see what we can do here. Rainmaker, not the worst boss in the world, but not great when playing with this character, just because it is a lot of tears that you're having to dodge, and that is just kind of an awkward thing to do as this character in general. So far, if you can just keep doing that though, I don't mind that. There we go. That is that. I'll take that on you. And let's just stick to angel rooms for now in case we get those angel rooms where we can get 2 items for one for each character basically, just to see if we can make something work there. Going for Mother has this scary moment here though, where there's a decent chance where death may occur if I mess it up a bit too much, so I'm hoping that's going to work out. That's a nasty room. But the tech 0.5 pentagram damage that we have right now is obviously really nice, so hopefully we're not going to ruin it by doing this. And we don't. That is actually alright. We got Crack the Sky on one character, which is going to just destroy bosses. And a pretty decent amount of damage on the other one, so all in all, with Lodestone, that can just clear out rooms fairly quickly. We don't have any bombs, we cannot blow up the shopkeeper, unfortunately. But yeah, things are dying really quickly right now. Might just be this early on in the run, I suppose, but it would be nice if we can just keep it that way. Little worried about that, but fortunately that one died before he could do his second dash. And there you go, a black sock at the end of it, fair enough. I'll take that on you. Health up. Could be alright. We can at least blow up the shopkeeper now, which could be kind of good. I'm not sure where my secret room is, so I'm actually just gonna see if we can do something like this, which might work out. There we go. It seemed fairly likely that was over there, I guess, but I didn't really want to risk it if I didn't need to, and with this character, you rarely need to actually risk that, so that's at least kind of nice. Was there something good here? Mr. Me is obviously not bad, but especially if we're getting any more devil deals from this point on. But I don't know if I want to bother. Get you two nice and close to each other. And this should be over before you know it. I mean, I'm not loving where this boss is. If he was in the middle of the room, this would be a little bit less awkward, but I ended up dying fairly quickly with Crack the Sky there, so it's fine. Pretty much just putting everything on one character right now, but that's hopefully gonna be okay. And let's just get the key piece for good measure. I don't think we have to go that far for it either, which is nice. You may turn into a ghost. Let's also just get this real quick and then die instantly. It was definitely worthwhile, I'd argue. Probably would have wanted to get that before going into the boss room there, but fair enough. Don't mind it too much. Don't think I'm gonna bother doing the boss again just to be safe here. But I will just get the remaining things. The Black Candle. If I can just not die in the next 5 minutes, that would be wonderful. And obviously this room is a kind of a risky one, but especially with those little worm boys going for you, but it ended up working out fairly well. So if anything, we have a knife piece available, and that is some level of safety. If we leave the mirror dimension now, then at least we'll both no longer be the loss, so that's quite nice as well. Health situation's a little awkward, but overall not unmanageable, so that's looking okay. And I'm guessing my super secret room is probably somewhere next to this room. So we'll just do a quick peek to see if we can find that. It's really, yeah, it pretty much had to be there, so that worked out. Bunch of pills, lemon party, speed up, friends till the end, something's wrong, and are you a wizard? Well, not the best pill pool. It's nice that speed up is there, so we got that going for us. Does increase the speed of both characters at the end of the day as well, so don't mind that either. And no tinted rocks for as far as I could quickly tell, so we're just gonna move on forward. Get that second key piece, and then maybe make the decision whether or not we're going for delirium or not, because speed-wise, this run's going fairly quickly. I think we can still get away with doing these floors and then still just going for delirium at the end of the day. And Mother is just a little bit more guaranteed because you don't have to rely on those delirium portals either, so that is obviously preferable. Another unidentified pill. Just going to blow you up, I think. Probably could have blown up more there, but oh well. Ultimately okay. Could have gone for a little bit more money and things, but that's fine. Don't really need to worry about stuff like that too much. Don't like these enemies very much, though. Let's check you out first. Kamikaze and a mystery item. I don't really need to have Kamikaze on either of these, so let's just go for that. Mr. Boom, not terrible. Don't hate it. Sharp key. That doesn't really affect me that much. It'll give me more keys, I suppose, but that's really all that does, so I'm not going to bother, I think. This is a room that's very fun to play with two characters that are taking up a large quantity of space. Don't care for this at all. But let's see if we can make this kind of work at least. Not a nasty room. I mean, usually this wouldn't be too bad, but specifically right now it's just really awkward. But we're nearly done here. Oh god. There we go. Got out of that relatively painless, so overall not too terrible, I suppose, but it was a little more spooky than I would have liked, so fair enough. Don't think I'm gonna bother with any more pills just because we've seen so many positive ones already. Oh god. Oh no, that's so much damage. Okay, let's calm down a little bit. Those enemies suck. They just suck so bad. I genuinely do not know how to deal with them very well with characters such as these, so hopefully we're not going to run into those too frequently here. Fair enough. It doesn't help that I'm trying to rush through this either, I suppose, but... oh god. This does not help either. Anything that relies heavily on my movement, I don't fully care for in my current situation. Not really getting any tinted rocks either, which is worrying me a bit. But hopefully, that's not too bad. Didn't get a super secret room there, but we are not taking damage here. Little close, but fair enough. Yeah, no idea where the super secret room is looking at this, so let's just give this a shot. Great Gideon, ugh. That's not great. Need to actually make it through this without really taking damage. I really want to use Crack the Sky against some of these bosses, and Great Gideon does not care for Crack the Sky that much because he's not the one taking damage. So, that's unfortunate. That worked out better than expected, but still not great. You're going to shoot diagonally. You're going to shoot horizontally. Oh no. Well, I didn't even see the tear that even hit me there at the end, but fair enough, I suppose. God. 3 more waves of this as well. This is going to be a pretty much impossibility with my skill level, unfortunately, so not looking great. Cannot actually attack that one while he's invisible either, so good times all around. Trying to make the most... oh god, I hate these enemies. Watch out for the flames. Gah, so many tears are going in my direction. Oh god. Please be nice to me. Please, Great Gideon. Be a friend. Oh god, and at the very end, of course you get hit. Didn't get that angel room there. That sucks so bad. God, what a nasty piece of work. Well, let's see if we can maybe get some health from the curse room, I guess. I am definitely starting to regret going in this direction now, though, because Oh god, that's like specifically the one thing you don't want to see during this. Of all the bosses it could have been, it was pretty much the worst possible one. Should have taken that on the other character as well, because he only has one heart, so would have been immune. So definitely some mistakes are being made here as well, but also just some bad luck as well, which is unfortunate. We'll actually take that. But this does definitely reduce the speed we are doing these floors on, unfortunately. We'll actually just make sure that this will work. There we go. Little awkward, but not impossible. I'll take the dice shot on you. And I'll have death as well, why not? That'll probably work out. One gray chest. I really just need to find any health, and unfortunately, just nothing. No health anywhere. I mean, I could blow up skulls, I guess. That would be my best bet right now of finding any health at all, but... God. Terrible floor. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that does happen. But we at least got our key back from that, so fair enough, I suppose. Full health. That could be a bad trip, actually. But at least now it'll say next time we take the pill whether or not it'll be a full health or bad trip, so at least we got that going for us. I can't get the sack. Oh god, floor layout-wise, it's also just horrendous because there's so many places where the super secret room could be because of that. I don't think I checked this wall for some reason. Yeah, fair enough. I'm just gonna move on. Could get that battery, I suppose, real quick. But other than that, let's just run. Awkward situation, because this also pretty much limits any possibility of going to Mother, just because I don't have the health to open the door. So I'm not really sure what to do in a situation like this. Unless we can find a bunch of health on this floor, of course, but let's see what we can get, I guess. This doesn't make me feel much better. I need you to not be here, because that will kill me in one hit if the wrong character takes a hit there. These enemies suck so bad as well, they take so much damage. Like, my damage is pretty high, but it's still taking quite a while for me to actually destroy some of them. So fair enough, I suppose. Let's see if we can get a soul heart in our shop. There's a decent chance it's going to be greed, I suppose, but not impossible. There we go. And we'll just give that to the one who currently has one heart available. I need you to be there. Also to just take the speed up, I suppose.
Speed up.
And I'll take the key on purpose. That'll work. That'll do. Don't worry about it. What's my speed? 15 minutes right now? Like, it's not going particularly slow, but also fighting Delirium with a build like this is just going to be a complete nightmare. Not a super secret room there. It was pretty close to the shop, but yeah, there's some better options, I suppose. Do that. Hopefully those spikes don't come back up. If so, I'll just leave with that character, I suppose. There's some positives about this character, sometimes. It's just very rare. I also don't know if I'm just missing tinted rocks because I'm not used to these rocks or anything, but I haven't been seeing them. So I'm hoping that I'm not missing them either, but otherwise that'll just be a little silly for sure. Guppy's Paw is interesting. I think I'll take that on you. And then just keep that on you. Although I don't mind. What I actually wouldn't mind is to use it on you. And then just switch them around. Just for the little extra bit of security there. We have a 100% chance of an angel room, so obviously it would be nice to have some security for that as well, because I'd love to get just a little bit more of a build going at the end of the day. Oh boy. I haven't found my item room here yet, but I'm just gonna quickly do the boss, I think. Singe. Ah, God. All the nightmare bosses in this game. It's the one that explodes and runs after you in really high speeds. Let's just use that. Oh, that worked really well. And he explodes upon death. Wasn't actually aware of that. Very cool. Okay. Hallowed Ground. One item in total. Just real good stuff all around. I think I'm gonna look for my item room and then just go for Delirium. I think I need to go for easier floors right now. My reflection and the mystery item. I'm just gonna risk it one more time. It was not... Nah, it's not terrible, but it's gonna take a little bit of coordination for sure. Just means that whenever I'm holding the attack button, it'll throw a bomb every 2 seconds, but if I just let go, if I just tap it, then it's not too bad. But it does take some getting used to for sure. But it is effectively free bombs, so that's at least something. And it's, as long as I'm aware of it, then it's not too bad usually. There we go. A little bit tricky to control, I suppose, but that's about it. 18-minute steps too. I mean, it's not... definitely not impossible to reach Hush in time with a time like that. But not exactly easy either. Let's just try this one more time. There we go. Might as well make full use of those 3 things. It said AWAS. I mean, I could just blow these up just in general anyway, because I don't think it's a terrible idea. Just get the... shoot in that direction to get the extra Devil Deal Ranger Room chance. But I'm not particularly interested in AWAS. So we'll just leave that alone. Hopefully we can get at least a somewhat decent item room here. At least we got that black candle, so we don't have any curses going on all the time. Which has probably helped me out more than I'm giving it credit for. That is great. But it's only half a heart at this point in the game. Also, I kind of forgot I had the dice shot. I should have just re-rolled the key piece and the hallowed ground, I suppose, because right now I need things. I need assistance in any way, shape, or form, really. And the butt bombs are going to at least help out a little bit here, because it means that they're going to be all taking a little bit of extra damage, be a little confused as well, but it's not ideal. One way. These enemies, it's also not particularly difficult to just stop shooting every now and then, because it's probably the safer method. That's not really much of anything, is it? I mean, I'll blow up the skulls at least. And I'll touch it, I suppose. That was mostly by accident. Move those nice and close. Didn't get any Black Heart of Justice card, though. It's not technically nothing, but it's about as close as you can reasonably get. Which is still not great, but fair enough. Pretty much just ignoring the bombs at this point as well. As long as I can manage to do that, then we're fine. Kill a couple of enemies with them every now and then. I don't mind that either. BFF, does that help me at all? Maybe? Not sure. No, it doesn't affect hallowed ground, but we might be able to get something out of that, I suppose, at some point. I'll just do this. Speed up. I'll try this for a little bit. You feel blessed. Kinda hoping to at least get a soul heart from this. But shouldn't risk it too much. There is some red hearts on this floor, but I don't want to spend too much time here since we still have to clear 2 womb floors. Obviously, going for AWAS at this stage might actually be worthwhile, just for the sake of having enough time to make it to the next floor in time if needed. But it's just not ideal. It's not exactly ideal, is it? Also, this health situation, fighting Hush and Delirium, is just going to be an absolute nightmare, but we'll see what we can get to work here, I suppose. The curse room is looking pretty tempting as well, but can't really do much with that. It might be worth switching, actually just using this and then just switching it to the other character. Just for the sake of having a little bit of extra protection available there, because I think that'll at least give me some health to work with, and that might end up tipping the scales in my favor at least a little bit. I'll just get this speed up as well. There we go. Oh. Alright. Not great, but... yeah, not great. It's just not great. It's what it is. Now we have to go downstairs again, and then we have to go upstairs again, and then we can actually do the boss. At least we can get both the Polaroid and the negative here, so that's at least something. Yeah, those butt bombs are actually doing a decent amount of work to at least confuse the enemy a bit. Oh boy. my friends got split up a little in a way that I do not appreciate. Really just want to make sure that we stay together. Ah, jeez. Black heart. I'll take that real quick. I think that came from Serpent's Kiss or something like that. Or maybe there was... I don't know, something I missed. I'm glad I used the Guppy's Paw there, because I definitely would have lost my Angel Room there. I'm hoping I get it though, but it's not guaranteed, unfortunately. Come on. Ooh. Don't like that champion. Didn't even get the Angel Room there, so ended up not exactly being worthwhile, but... Oof. It's a rough one. Not sure what I should do here. I'm not going to get a curse, so we do have that going for us, but I kind of want to use this AWAS to just go to the next floor. We'll have at least a 100% Angel Room chance, but I could really use the... I say Angel Room, it is Angel Room or Devil Deal specifically, I suppose. Honestly, I could really just use some more stuff, so I really do need to probably clear these floors out as much as I can, but then I cannot afford to take that damage. There's another black heart there, so that's at least something. Just putting that on the character that has the most health for some reason. Arguably with that Guppy's Paw, but hopefully that's going to be fine. Yeah, 23 minutes for 2 floors. It's going to be a close one for sure. But unfortunately, there's not exactly another direction I can go into either other than Delirium if we want to try and get some progress here. So, yeah, it's not great, but it looks like we're at least clearing a lot of rooms in one direction, so I'm hoping that's going to lead to it actually being the correct direction as well. Blow all that up for the extra chance, take out the free bombs we can get, leaving that one alone just for reasons. That's unfortunately not what you want to see here. And especially when he doesn't feel like working with you. I just need you to stop throwing bombs at me in this very cramped space, please. Thank you. Okay. If I don't use AWAS here, then I'm basically not going to use it anywhere either, which is not great. I think I'm going to have to use it here. This Scarred Womb is killing me. But I don't know if I should. I really... I'm such an awkward predicament in terms of timing and things. Like, the bosses are going to die fairly quickly, so that we got that going for us. Oh, God. Cannot keep these characters close to each other either, which is not working out. Ooh, that tier got real close. This Stony is actually just fascinatingly horrible. Did not expect that enemy to be such a big problem, but he pushes the characters aside so perfectly. It's kind of incredible. But fair enough, I suppose. We made it to the boss. There is a Tinted Rock there. Please, just work with me here. Such a frustrating game when it wants to be. Matriarch as well. Jeez, let's just throw this out and hope. Nope, none of it hit. None of it hit the boss. Of course not. You bastard. Well, hopefully we're going to get a lot of hearts here because the boss bomb bugged out, but I haven't seen any soul hearts yet, unfortunately. A lot of red hearts. If we had a dark bomb, that would be amazing, but let's see what we can get here from the Devil Deal Ranger room. It is an Angel Room at least. I don't think I want to re-roll this. Do I want to re-roll this? Like, this is pretty good. Yeah, when you pick up a soul heart and you get a soul heart for it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this, I think. Whoop. And then just run for it because we don't have the time to spend them and think about this for much longer. Hopefully we can get something good on this floor. It's another Scarred Womb. Cool. Very nice. Very great. Scarred Womb is definitely my favorite place to be, so it works out in my favor, actually, when you really think about it. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do here about my health situation, though, because if we're not going to find any soul hearts on this floor, then I think I'm in trouble. And I'm hoping that's not going to be the case, but we'll see what we can get here, I suppose. Maybe there's something really nice in this room right here. Maybe there's a library on this floor as well, which will grant us everything we ever desired. Maybe there's just a bunch of spiders and a bunch of people there. That's a cool option. Didn't check for my secret room over there, and I probably should have, since this looks fairly reasonably viable. Greed, very cool. I mean, 50% off could be okay. Technically with, well, we have very little money. With 50% off and then restock, that could be okay, but we didn't get 50% off either, so ultimately that was effectively nothing. But still, it's greed out of the way. I don't think greed can be in the hush shop, or at least I don't recall ever having seen that. It would be kind of mean, I suppose, if he was there, but knowing Isaac, I wouldn't be overly surprised either, I suppose. Oh god, Pim's in the room with this many spikes. I don't have the flight for this. I think we're still okay in terms of direction at least, so that's something. It's something. 3 minutes. It's a big floor. That's a really unfortunate hit right there. Dice room. What we got? What dice room would be good? A 1? Maybe not. It's a big floor as well. Like, it's lucky that we're not able to get cursed here because, jeez, it is not helping. Let's just bomb this while waiting for the hands. I think, yeah, time-wise we're okay at least, so that's good. Ooh, that hand wanted me though. A lot of red hearts. All right, let's see. Yeah, I should just use that here. Wasn't sure if I should, but I think it's the right call. That was a really nice hit that we got there. Definitely intended. Want to keep my health on a certain level, you see, and it's all part of the plan. Oh god. Yep. 2 health. Esau looking pretty good, very much ready for a Hush and D, but I don't have really a lot of time to dilly-dally here, so I think my options are getting an active item in this floor. Because I kind of need to give Esau the thing here. That, god, that's actually kind of tempting. But I don't have the health to play around with stuff like that right now. That's 1 soul heart. I mean, I'll take it, obviously. It's a stat up as well. A little bit of extra damage. Blank card. I don't have a card, though, so well, 2 of spades. Could get a lot of keys. You get a lot of Wheel of Fortune machines. This could technically be a fortune-telling machine. It is not. I don't know what I want to do with that crown, because I don't think any devil deal would help me at this point just because my health is horrendous. But what if it could? What if it could help me somehow in a way that I just haven't realized yet? I don't know. I don't think there's any reasonable way where that could happen. The more I'm thinking about it, that just doesn't seem very likely. So yeah, we're just gonna do this. That's the active item I was talking about. I don't want Taurus anyway, so I'm just gonna do this. You're gonna have some health there. Maybe I should just turn everything into soul hearts actually, because I don't really have red heart containers right now to work with anyway. Might not be a terrible idea. I'll take both of these, hopefully. Don't know how accurate I have to be on this, but either one of these is pretty okay for defense purposes at least. So that's at least something. Got 5 more bombs. Technically we could get something good out of glitter bombs. I mean, it's not even like the weirdest idea I've ever had. Luck-based tier effects occur more often. I don't think I have those. I'm just gonna bomb some stuff here, I think. See if we can get something cool. Like 1 Eternal Heart is enough for 3 more Soul Hearts at the end of the day, so obviously that's pretty good. I might as well use a Dice Shard here. I just turned that Eternal Heart into nothing. Forgot it's also a D20. Genuinely forgot about that. Okay, who got this spider sack? I think it's you. I mean, it's not like I'm really going to benefit that much from the transformation itself, but still. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to do that. This is... I don't know what's going to be better, actually. Like, Book of Secrets is obviously really nice, but I don't think I hate this. We're just going to see if we can make this work. This is not my favorite Hush fight I've ever done, but probably not the worst one I've ever done either. I don't like that my Jacob tears look exactly the same as Hush's tears here, with my reflection. I mean, they're technically a little different. One of them's blinking and one isn't, but the difference is minimal, to say the least. So whatever. We're just gonna take our time here. Just stay at a long distance and try to shoot as much as possible. Curious if I should have taken glitter bombs on Esau, I guess. I'm not sure if the bombs that I can just poop out would give me infinite items, like infinite consumables. But that would have been a nice combination if that does work. What? Oh god. Only one of us has the negative, that makes sense. Or the Polaroid, rather. Well, negative as well, I guess, but... Fair enough. Lodestone is helping out a lot here. I don't know how reliably we can get that. Why did I not take that trinket? I don't know if that's luck-based, actually, but... It wouldn't surprise me, but I also just don't have any trinkets right now, and I probably should have just picked it up. But God, I really forgot about the D20 effect of that dice shot, unfortunately. That was a big mistake. Yep, yeah. Kind of put myself into the wall there, and I couldn't really do anything from that point on. God, I'm not loving how he's shooting these tears. Really trying to create some holes here, but usually you can just run in between those things, and right now I can't quite do that, unfortunately. Maybe with the confusion I can get a little bit more work done as well, but... Oh, this is gonna suck when he starts doing the nasty attacks, though. Let's just throw some bombs in this direction that way, at least. Oh, God. I say when the nasty attacks are happening, but this is not exactly helpful either. Oh, God. Struggling to find places I can run past, unfortunately. At least those butt bombs are doing decent work at dealing with the flies on occasion, but... Because I can't just walk backwards slowly and then just shoot a whole bunch of those. This is going to be a nightmare. Oh god, especially when I accidentally throw a bomb at myself. That's not exactly helpful. I'm just going to have to tap the attack button here, I think. Oh, I don't like this. It's also scary all the time. Why is delirium the only thing this character... Well, one of the only things this character has left to do. I don't know. It is what it is, I suppose, but... Would have been preferable if there was just, you know... Maybe just Mom's heart. That would have been a nice one. At least we completed that. If that was the only thing left, that would have been really nice. Just gonna hold the attack button here for a bit to just get rid of a lot of these things, probably. At least deal some extra damage. God, I can't even get close to him right now. Just gonna hang out over here, I guess, for a minute. But I don't really have many options here. God. Oh, wow, it actually went perfectly around Jacob there as well. Yeah, this is horrendous. This might not be the way to go for delirium on these characters in general, just because Hush is such a nightmare to deal with. Okay, cool. Was trying to create a bomb, but obviously that's just not going to be the way to go here. Yeah, this... This might be one of the old classic... You know what? Let's just do a Greedier mode at the end of this video. The old classic things that I've done maybe exactly once so far, but with the loss specifically. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Yeah, this is over. Just really want to make this work, but God, Hush is such a nightmare if you don't have a build for him. And quite frankly, we do not have a build for him right now. As you can see by just the sheer amount of health loss. Oh no. That's not great. That combination is so powerful as well when he both shoots tears and does that. Like, what are you supposed to do? I don't know. But it's fine. You know what? Occasionally, you gotta take a loss and then quickly switch over to greed mode with the keeper to keep things easy. Yeah. Sure. I mean, this character does benefit a lot from greed mode in that it's mode with a lot of coins all the time. But then you have stuff like this where it's like, well, this is effectively nothing for me. It's a couple flies, a couple bombs at least, so maybe we can turn this into money. And obviously that would be pretty nice. Like that right there. That is technically what one could call money. But unfortunately it's a sticky penny, so I have to bob it one more time before we can pick it up. The D6 is right there, and it's a tricky one to say no to, but not one that's impossible to say no to, because I really do like the defense that the wooden nickel gives. But simultaneously, you do already get a lot of money on this mode already. But then again, the wooden nickel also just gives a lot of money, which is obviously really good. Plus, I'm just getting a bunch of garbage. Well, I mean, this could be okay, but my luck is -2. I don't know how well that's gonna work out. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out together. I mean, awkward. D6 is good just because you can manipulate the items a lot better. And wooden nickel is good just because it's both more money and more health just for the character as well. So obviously that would be a really nice thing to have. But I don't know. I just don't know. We'll see what we can make happen here. And once we are done with the bosses on this floor, we'll see what the good choice ends up being. If we want to go for devil deals, then we're going to need even more money, so that's probably not wise. But look at that, we got 10 coins from one use of the wooden nickel there. So obviously, that's almost as good as just re-rolling. I'm going to press the button. I don't want to deal with this for a moment. There's too much stuff here, and I don't want to look at it anymore. I'm just going to take some time to clear out the nastiness here, and then continue onwards, because it was getting a little overwhelming. And with this character, it is just a lot easier to press that button when money spawns next to you the entire time, and as such, health will be available pretty much all the time as well. So I guess for that purpose, this character's pretty good at this mode. 19 coins. Yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one for sure. It would be really nice to have D6. If we had a school bag, then it would be easiest choice in my life. But as it stands, we don't have a school bag, and as such, the choice has become a lot more tricky. Especially when that dime suddenly showed up and gave me all the money in the world. But not quite enough money to just willy-nilly buy a D6 for one floor. Yeah, it's a tricky one. On the one hand, I kind of wouldn't mind devil deals, I guess, but on the other hand, I don't know what I would even want. And also angel rooms exist and are really, really nice, so yeah. I think I'll just stick with angel rooms just because they're really, really strong. And with that, let's fight some bosses. Is it Pin? Yes, it is. We've gotten so much money from this wooden nickel already. We've gotten like an item's worth of money from this wooden nickel. Also, I'm still just tapping the entire time just because it's been ingrained into me after the previous run where that number 2 kind of made me have to tap every now and then. I think that might have actually been more of my downfall than I originally anticipated as well, but quite frankly, there was a lot of mistakes made in that Jacob and Esau run, unfortunately, that just didn't end up helping out. Because 100%, if it works, where if you could use butt bombs with glitter bombs to just create infinite consumables, or at least a lot, then I probably could have created another Eternal Heart and gotten 3 more Soul Hearts that way. But simultaneously, it was such an awkward build. It was a really strong build, but it was, for Hush, you just need a little bit more, I feel, or at least I do. Obviously, that's not going to be everyone's experience with the character, but yeah. I might get Black Candle, you know? Just for the sake of not getting any curses. That would just be really nice to not have to deal with. So we're just gonna do that. And then hope that the next floor is gonna give us a little bit more stuff to work with. Champion Ghost, always a good time, but fortunately he died fairly quickly. We have beaten Haunt once before, but we did take damage to Haunt as well, so preferably want to avoid that as much as possible. 1 coin on the floor remains in case we do take some damage here. We have some rocks to play with as well, so if he does a tier attack there, it just does nothing. So honestly, this isn't too bad if you just look at the battlefield, I suppose. But I was not exactly doing that the previous time we were fighting Haunt. And as such, took a little bit of extra damage there that we probably didn't need to take, but it's fine. I'm just gonna take that. I'm gonna not take anything else. I mean, lump of coal could be okay, but I wouldn't mind seeing if there's something on sale on the next floor or something like that. Just take that instead. But hopefully the angel rooms of the next floors will be a little kind to us and grant us like 2 sacred hearts and just a bunch of cool stuff. That'll be really nice. Sounds impossible, and because it is, but it would be nice if it would just be nice. It would be nice if it would be nice. Alright, I mean, this makes pills good, which could be okay. But that's... I'd really like a thing. Just an item, I suppose. Like Mama Mega, that's the thing I was hoping for. Pinky's okay. At least it's a little bit of extra tier 8, and honestly you can use that on this character. Scorpio's not too terrible either, actually. So, at least for early on, Scorpio's gonna just clear out a bunch of stuff here, so don't mind that. God. Ooh, a little close. But I can just shoot these and then leave. And that's almost enough to clear the wave. Wow. Cool thing about troll bombs is that they take a random amount of time to explode, so occasionally they just hate you. It's really nice. I think I'm forgetting to use my wooden nickel all the time, but that's okay. We don't need all the money in the world, but really just an absurd amount would be preferable, of course. If we could get some way to just get like car battery or something with this, that would also be lovely, I think. I think that one died in the air because of the poison. That was a fun little thing to see. Don't like that there's a champion there somewhere. Did he already die? Is Scorpio that strong early game? No, he's still here. I was surprised by that. 5 more coins from the wooden nickel. I am not disappointed by not taking D6, even though D6 can obviously lead to way more rerolls than you will probably get money for using this over and over, but I don't know. I feel like both have their merits for sure, especially as this character. And I have 0 coins right now, so getting hit by greed doesn't matter as much, but preferably not getting hit is probably better. Oh god. Don't like this. Yeah. Don't care for this one bit. Let's just get rid of these greed heads here because they are very clearly being a nightmare right now. Combined with pin as well, it's just a nasty business. And I'd like to not have to deal with nasty business right now. We've already seen loss today. I would rather try and get a little bit more of a good time this time around. Although this could just be the first video that just doesn't have progress, I suppose. At the end of the day, it's only an Isaac playthrough. It doesn't need to be perfect. And quite frankly, let's be honest, it is not a perfect playthrough so far. It's mostly the lost shenanigans have been a little bit disappointing for sure, but there have been some choices made in this playthrough where we could describe it as a learning experience that I will definitely repeat in the future. This is a little annoying. We could just use a bomb, I suppose, but I don't really want to use a bomb. I don't really have that many bombs to spare, and I'd much rather use them to just get more money at the end of the day. Simultaneously, it does kill this boss very quickly. You know what? Change my mind. Let's just press the win button. Okay, so that's flight, that's tears up. I think I might actually want tears up more than flight, you know? It's weird. I don't really need the health container. Q meat's alright, but not really that interesting, so I think I'll just go with this. It's gonna give me a Bible somewhere later on, which I'm not too interested in either, I suppose, but... we might just get that in an item room or something and then just use that somewhere. I don't know. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna press this button, which has honestly been a better button than most greed mode buttons, and then maybe just go to the next floor. I think I don't want to deal with this floor anymore. It's just not that exciting. It is continuously not exciting what we're seeing on this floor, and I don't want to deal with it anymore, so that's exactly what we will not be doing from this point on. Because I'm sure Necropolis is gonna have the winning things. I mean, a card can be good. This is... Well, the shops aren't locked, so I mean, having store key probably isn't gonna do too much for me. World does nothing. 2 of clubs. Another 2 of clubs, 2 of spades. That's 2 keys. Magician's alright. Ooh, that's not terrible either. This one actually is one of the better babies for sure. I think I kind of probably should. PhD, again, good pills, but not quite what I'm looking for. Nancy bombs are fun, but I should probably take Jesus Juice, but the damage up really isn't that impressive. Void. Nope. Nope. It's just so much garbage. I just need like one good thing or an item on sale. At least Stapler is probably okay. I'm not really sure how that's gonna work with our current situation, but D1 could be okay actually. You could probably again, if I had a school bag, D1 would be very tempting because I think then I could just win guaranteed if I could create 1 dime somewhere. Yeah. Because D1 with a dime, and then you just buy batteries over and over, and then you just win. Because batteries are 5 coins and the dime is 10 coins, so you just buy every item in the game. But obviously that does require to 1, get a dime somewhere, and 2, have the D1 available, and I think both of those are just going to be fairly unlikely. So, yeah, fair enough. This thing does allow slowly charge though, so I could technically use that to just create a whole bunch of money as well, probably. The nice thing about 9-volt battery with the wooden nickel is that you can just keep using it during the Greedier fight and just make a bunch of money that way. And likely have an extra layer of defense to work with, which is more likely than not going to be the case here. This is not... There's a lot of ice sculptures here, so I could probably just kill an enemy like that. Or I could just go through them. That's the alternative option, I suppose, but not ideal. This is fine. I feel like Scorpio is actually helping me out way more than I anticipated, because I don't exactly have damage right now. I think I'm still at base damage, but things are dying. Over time, but they're dying. But like, technically... especially with those legs over there. I think I could just hang out over here for now and just do this. I don't know if it activates a second time, and I'm actually a little curious to see just if I can create multiple coins like this, because that enemy is not realistically going to do anything to me. It obviously does take a while to charge this way, and it's not exactly the most fun one can have, but I mean, right there we created a nickel. That's another 5 coins just by waiting. So I would argue that this is an effective strategy. It's just not fun. That's another one. I mean, especially if it just keeps going like this, I definitely don't mind it. I'm gonna get some of this money. But also, if we had a car battery, then D1 would again just... it would be an insta purchase, because I could just get 10 coins that way as well. That's obviously not too terrible either. D1 has a charge of 4 rooms, I believe, so I would need a regular battery to get anything to work with that. He just killed himself with an ice sculpture. I suppose that's the other problem with this strategy, where enemies occasionally just die. And that's not ideal when you're trying to not let them be dead. But, you know, you live and learn. You live and learn. Ah, jeez. Well. What? Oh, well, that was cool. I don't think I even saw the boss before his creep dealt damage to me. Yeah, his creep actually shows up underneath him. That's really cool. And just only use the jump attack for the rest of your life as well, if you can. That's just really, really nice. This is a little bit more manageable, although that's a lot of creep that he's dropping around. Ay, ay, ay. What a nasty champion. Just seeing all sorts of nasty pieces of work today. I don't like it. I prefer the times when we just get like pin and just call it a day. It's a lot less complicated. Simultaneously, you could probably technically create infinite money with this guy as well. It's just horrendous. It's definitely the worst case scenario to want to be dealing with, but you could probably get some work done for sure with, especially just with how long it takes for this guy to die anyway. There you go. Alright, one more wave. This boss is never really a good time, but this champion in particular isn't immediately too terrible. He just spawns a lot, which is fairly manageable, all things considered, because he doesn't have a large brimstone attack that circles around him in a very kind of thin room. It's not very thin, I suppose, but it's reasonably thin for sure, I would call it. But fortunately, sometimes he just hangs out as well, and then no worries. Again, these enemies, they're never gonna hit me if I do slight movement, so obviously this isn't too bad with this character. It also means that I can further justify not getting the D6 earlier in the run. And ultimately, that's what this run is all about, to justify my actions. Let's just get this over with. I don't want to deal with this. Alright, Devil Deal. Guppy's Paw, very useless. Guppy's Head makes the Guppy's Paw a lot less useless, but still not exactly the direction I would like to go in, unfortunately. Yeah. If I had Diplopia, that would be nice. That would have been cool. That's not great. I'm just gonna leave, I think. Again, I don't like making that particular choice just because D1 could be so powerful. But it could also just be a bunch of nothing. If I knew if that was 24-hour energy or not, then that would have been a choice too, because it would have worked out really well. I should actually use these 2 of clubs as well. And for that, it's best if I just blow up something here. Could look for my secret room as well, but nah. Not gonna worry about it too much. Take that, and time to go. Can I get that bomb? Did I forget about a bomb here that I can just grab? Yeah. Just didn't really bother. just didn't really do anything with it. School bag would have been so good, you know? School bag would have changed this run. It would have made this a very different run for sure, but fair enough. We're only in the womb. It's not like we're particularly far into the run even, but it could have been so different. I will just take that. I mean, it's nice to have there, I suppose, just because it's a heal. There's the aforementioned Bible. This is tier 8 and a bone heart. I don't think you get the bone heart. I should blow these up. These poops. I should blow these up, yeah. I guess I'll take tier 8. Should I try to go for Seraphim? I have 1 item in that direction. Wow, that's really increased my tier rate by a lot, actually. Fair enough. I don't think I want to bother with Seraphim. I could get the Bible for 7 coins in like value, I suppose, just because. And I could go into the curse room. I'm actually just gonna get this. Present. And then just go in here for 1 heart less than usual. Get a bunch of bombs. And a pill of nondescript material. I'll just... Can't even sleep. Not a sleepy boy. Well, that was certainly something. I don't think I really want any of these other things though. Except maybe for that. Maybe this as well, but... I have enough keys for the remainder of the run, so that's nice, I suppose. I don't think I want these things. I really just want damage at this point. Although that's not bad. Just because it's on sale, I'm just gonna leave that like that for now. Let's just do a couple waves here, eh? Let's just not worry about it anymore. Let's just get some work done and destroy some enemies and not worry about life so much. I guess Deadeye is actually gonna give us some decent damage here and there as well, since it makes it go up fairly quickly with what we have going on right here. These waves so far have been, I was gonna say fairly kind until this happened and I realized my movement speed is beyond 0, but it is managing. That's a dime. A Yara, that would be really nice. Yara would be cool. Also, if this enemy would ever wish for death, but, you know, you can only wish for so much towards these enemies at the end of the day. Oh, God. Yeah, my movement speed's real bad. It is not in a good place right now to deal with enemies such as these that just shoot tears all over the place because you don't have that much room to move. Obviously, you don't need that much room to move in general, but it's a spooky time. We're not getting a lot of money like this because all of the money is turning into health for us. Probably should actually wait for that thing to recharge on occasion if I can help it, I suppose. I guess there's also still 10 coins over there that I haven't actually picked up yet, but still. Doesn't make me any less concerned. Definitely didn't see that enemy there. Also frozen enemy? Oh, I guess because I have a freezing creature. Yeah, that would do it. That makes sense. Those things add up. Yes, 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 yes. Very nice Skolex times. That's 5 more coins. And that is the tankiest bosses in the world. Very nice, very cool. Don't hate this at all. Very happy about this current situation that I found myself in. They are dying fairly quickly though. At least these. Well, these aren't really that tanky either, I suppose, but still. Dealing with them all at the same time is a worrying situation that I don't like to be in. Especially if I then just shoot wildly to the north when I need to try to not take any damage. Or not miss my shots, rather. God, again a devil deal. Guess I gotta grab that, and that's not exactly the kind of devil deal I'm excited about. 30 coins for one item. In a mode like this, and the item's alright, but not like amazing, it's like, don't know about that. Don't know about that, but let's see if there's anything good to be gotten here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's okay, actually. That's pretty good. And, yeah. All in all, our damage is actually pretty high now. Our range is pretty good. Our tear rate's pretty good. So at this stage, it really is just a whole health situation thing. Also my amount of money that I have going on, I suppose. Also, I should get that health up, because it is a shot speed up, I guess, as well. And that might be a little bit more range to work with. Not a lot of shot speed, but it's a little bit. What was that trinket that was still there? Because I haven't picked it up yet and I do not remember. I'm mysterious. This could technically be good. It's unlikely that we're going to see much more poops, but technically this could activate Polaroid. I don't know if that's correct. I don't actually thinking about it. That might not work out with this character very well. That's good. Actually, that might lead to some really silly situations in the fight before the Ultra Greedier fight, because I might just spend some time to just take large quantities of damage and then really increase my stats a lot. But it's gonna take a minute, and it's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun at all, but we're gonna see what we can do there. I'm a little curious how well that would work. But I feel like it's not like the worst idea I've ever had. I mean, in terms of how much fun it is to execute, it's up there, but in terms of how effective that's gonna be, I don't actually hate it. Also, I'm actually dealing kind of absurd amounts of damage here. Like, way more than I had anticipated that we would be doing, so honestly, this is alright. This is alright, yeah. Also, we still have like a couple more floors to go as well. We're not even done yet. Honestly, life's pretty good. Life's pretty great. Look, Big Horn just insta-died to a brimstone fly. That's just good stuff right there. This is good business. The bosses are dying really quickly. I specifically didn't pick up any health there somehow. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm really strong. Wow, how nice. Let's wait for my item to recharge while I pick up all the money in the world. And then use it one more time. And then step on the button, which I should have been doing the whole time I've had the 9-volt battery. And you know what I didn't do? Specifically that, the entire time. Even to the point where I said I should be doing it, and then still continued not to do it. Ooh, another devil deal, what fun. I will take that for 7 coins, thank you. Even though it does mean that if there was an angel room on the next floor, we're going to be missing out, because it's definitely going to be another devil deal, but that's fine. Buying that just... oh, come on. You know what? I'm not dealing with that again. School bag. Little late. Little late for sure. This is fun, I think. Yeah. Oh, that made everything go up really much. That made everything go up really much, as they say. Alright. Pretty cool. I'm missing one coin here somewhere. Oh, it's in the flames. There we go. Mustn't forget our items. But yeah, so far this is looking alright. This is looking manageable. We get a good blessing over here as well. So all in all, this might be the one. And that would just be lovely. Teleporter for 5 coins, maybe. It's a pretty good deal, but maybe not. Unfortunately, no reroll machine, which is really the main part where that becomes a little treacherous. I'm surprised that those spiders make my item recharge, but fair enough, I suppose. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take that. Only once, unfortunately, because after that the spiders were dead, but still. I need to remember to use my item over and over again, but other than that, no worries. Getting a pretty good haul of my wooden nickel right now, and the price of nothing, so fair enough. But throwing money on the floor actually when I take damage isn't too bad, I suppose, either. Oh, there's 10 coins right there. I'm not particularly sure what I would want to buy at this stage, just because it's going to cost me at least 15 coins to buy anything, but maybe there's something good inside that spiky chest that I can get in a minute. That'll be nice. Envy is a little tedious, but quite frankly, if I just hold the attack button, then quite frankly everything dies, so maybe I just should just be doing that and not worry about Deadeye so much, because quite frankly, things are getting destroyed here. I'm going to open that chest. 1 key. Even though it was next to spikes pretty much, but I still, even if it wasn't, even if it wasn't, I don't want to deal with it. God, my damage is ludicrous. I don't know what happened in this run, but I mean, I don't mind it. My damage is 22. Like, that's with Deadeye, I suppose, but still, that's so much. Definitely don't hate that. 2 spiders. Curious what we would be able to get from a devil deal, I suppose, but we'll see about that fairly soon. Unless we die to this one wiggle. But we managed to not die to the one wiggly creature, so pretty good there. Could maybe get conjoined. I'm almost certain this is going to do nothing. Also, this would have been Guppy if I had gotten Guppy's paw, which I didn't. So that's unfortunate. I mean, I don't hate it. Yeah, that's just not gonna do much. So, yeah, shame. It's a pity. Yeah, I mean, I guess. That's even more nothing. Yeah. I'll just buy a battery and leave, I think. I don't really want anything else from this point on. Some more spiders. Which will slowly but surely recharge my item if I really wanted to spend the eternity of my life waiting here. But then again, I think the flies will eventually just kill that spider anyway, so let's not worry about that too much. And instead, destroy one more tinted rock with the non-bombs that we have. I just want to see if it's a small rock because my movement speed is bonkers. Is it? No. Alright, and now begins really silly plan times, because I would like to maximize everything here. I forgot to buy more bombs. I should have bought more bombs. Oh god. Oh jeez. Okay, that's a bit of a worry, but yeah, those flies are definitely gonna kill that enemy. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That kind of ruins my plans a bit. I didn't expect those flies to quite be dealing that much damage, even though it has been the case so far, I suppose. But that is going to make life a little bit tricky in terms of getting enemies to hurt me and give me tier rate and movement speed and such. Alright. Let's just give it a shot for a little bit. it's more than nothing. It's more than nothing at the end of the day. I should have bought a lot more bombs, yeah. Oh well. I'm sure we can make this work. Magician is pretty good with Deadeye as well, of course, so that's quite nice. Probably shouldn't have used the wooden nickel immediately because he's just gonna pick up the money. Trying not to take damage on the one hand, but on the other hand, maybe I should? It's, god, this is an awkward situation to be in once again. I was trying to run into an enemy there and it didn't work out. There we go. Just trying to increase my tier rate and speed. Don't mind me. Preferably before we get to the second phase, but now I need to wait for my wooden nickel to recharge, so... Just don't mind me for a moment, I suppose. Yeah. Ooh. That's a surprising effect that happened there. I didn't actually anticipate that happening, but... Also not sure what caused that. Is that the piece of paper that I have, the trinket? I don't think that's how that would work, right? Because that's not what the negative looks like. Just a little bit more tier rate, don't mind me. Just trying to min-max this fight as much as I can, but I'm somehow dodging all your attacks in surprisingly tight manners. Also, some of these coins are just dying on their own as well, so that doesn't help. But I think that's about as much as can be reasonably created. That's a lot of keys. Oh god, that's so many. I mean, none of them are going to ever get close to me because of my ridiculous tier rate and many shots, but still, it's just quite a lot, you know? Okay, one more phase to go. Hoping to not explode here. And then he throws a bomb in my face. Yep. There we go. But we managed to heal that up immediately. Oop. Oh boy. Really just trying to make the most of this, but simultaneously trying to heal up whenever I take damage is an interesting experience for sure. Please. Well, he's taking plenty of damage at least, so at least we got that going for us. Come on. Oh, jeez. Did not think that would be in range. Ooh, boy. Playing it a little close, but, you know, don't worry about it. This is exactly what we planned on doing this entire time, to beat Greedier mode with this character. And we unlock the Eye of Greed, which is an item where every time I have it, I'm like, why don't I have any money? And it's because it takes the money away. And I, for one, cannot wait for that to happen in a future run. But that's that. That's another thing completed as the Keeper, which again was the main focus of this run the entire time. Don't mind these two. And getting actually pretty close to just having done everything on the Keeper, so that's actually pretty good. Either way, hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll do another run as a different character, or two different characters, and I hope to see y'all there. Bye bye.